going to do is hang out today and eat some wings and see who can suffer through the best. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with this. We've got ranch. We've got milk for Andrew. He doesn't like wings. He can't really handle them. So we've got a little milk for him. But we're going to actually get started. We're just going to have you.
What do you think?
What are you going before? You got to wait before.
You think it's sour?
Just making sure that people, sometimes around here we kind of, play a little practical joke.
Is there hand sanitizer anywhere?
Well, we're good. All right, so
It seems like we're breaking like the distancing rules.
That's why I'm in a chair.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to start. This is just a regular barbecue wing. So a little light on sauce here. This is just to get your taste buds going. So, Andrew, we're going to start with you.
Hey,
Take a
could you
wing.
get a fork? Those plastic forks.
Yes.
We'll get some. All right, but you can start with your fingers, but I want a fork.
All right, okay, that's fine. So why don't you go ahead and get us started? Take a wing and introduce yourself to our students today.
Sounds great. Well, hello, guys. My name is Andrew. I'm the campus pastor over in Phoenix. I'm the most fashionable and best looking of our staff. I think that's how most people describe it. So.
Tries too hard is what
The
we
most
say.
metrosexual.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, awesome. And then Chad is next. Chad, why don't you take a wing, however you want to take that.
So I'm Pastor Chad. I'm the executive pastor here. So primarily make sure the bills get paid, staff gets taken care
Big
of.
Daddy Warbucks is what we call it.
Hey, you know
Important.
what? If the shoe
Gotta have
fits,
it.
you got to
True
wear
that.
it. If the shoe fits, got to wear it.
All right, and of course, I'll go next while we wait on a fork. I'm Tyler. You know me. It's my job to eat wings, I guess. So just barbecue here. No ranch, I saw, so not bad.
Those can't.
Obviously, it's not hot.
I
It's
will
not
say
hot.
B-Dubs has some pretty good boneless wings for those of you looking for some food.
And they're new. They're new. So this is actually buy one get one free today, which is good. So,
Sweet.
all right. So we got a fork here, and then we'll let Pastor Jackie go last. Just take a second to introduce yourself
Send us some
and eat a wing.
forks in. All right. Well, he introduced me. My name's Pastor Jackie. I'm the lead pastor here, and I'm probably the least metrosexual of the people on the
That's
team.
definitely not true.
Farthest away from Andrew you'd find me. So, cheers.
I would say he has the least amount of fashion sense, but that's clearly Chad.
Definitely.
But the
Absolutely.
only
He's the
reason-
one that's most fashionally challenged, this guy.
Yeah,
Doesn't care.
that's true.
Doesn't care even a
Jeans
little
and
bit.
flip-flops are like
Absolutely.
90% of his wardrobe.
T-shirt, jeans, flip-flops. I didn't know when I went into the ministry that I'd be able to rock flip-flops, T-shirt, and jeans anytime I wanted.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. But what you gotta know about Pastor Jackie is that his fashion trend, outside of his Harley affliction gear, usually follows 3 to 6 months after whatever I wear. So
Wow. Okay.
you could just.
Yeah.
You're getting the real stuff today.
So when were you wearing the Harley stuff?
I said outside
Oh,
of that.
okay.
I don't want any part of that.
Alright.
That's all for you.
All right, so we're gonna go question number 2. Starting to get into hopefully some good content because the rest of this I don't know. The question that we're asking now. Here is your fork. Oh, you got the fork. Question now is, why did you become a pastor? So you got ranch if you need ranch. Take a wing. Why did you become a pastor?
Wait, am I supposed to answer and then?
You can answer and eat however you want to do that. We just don't want to see your food while you're eating it necessarily.
Okay, then I guess wait. I became a pastor at 15. Felt called to ministry. I always remember, I say this all the time, Ecclesiastes 3:11 talks about eternity set in the heart of man. And I knew from then, God kind of put on my heart, nothing will ever fulfill you, nothing will fill that void in your life outside of a vocational calling and following Him.
That's awesome. Go ahead and go for it. Just a regular hot wing, nothing too crazy. Might be a little something for you, but for the rest of us,
Kinda
we're
dry.
just starting.
Well, dip
Sorry.
it.
Go for some ranch.
Gotta have some ranch. It's all about the ranch.
It's
All
a
right.
sauce. I'm not a huge ranch fan.
Chad, here it is for you. A hot wing, and answer the question, why did you become a pastor?
So growing up, I didn't grow up in a Christian home. I came to Christ when I was 16, and God called me to ministry at 21. I'd been in the military. My first degree was in criminal justice, was planning on being a police officer my whole life. That's what I wanted to
so
do.
much, doesn't it?
We
That
never
right
knew
there.
this.
He's always
What?
trying to boss people around here.
Wow.
And
As I was
and
saying,
arrest
I'm sorry that we
people
got
and
people that are
charge
rude
people
and
with
don't know
stuff.
how to, give people the floor. But at 21, God called me to ministry.
I'll
and
do my
at the
Chad
time,
impersonation.
At the time, there was 2 things that I thought of pastors. One, I'm never going to be a pastor because I don't make any money. And there is a little bit of truth to that.
You ever gonna eat that wing?
The second thing is that really being a pastor wouldn't be bad because we only want to work 1 day a week. And clearly we got plenty of time in our hands. We're just hanging out here this
true.
morning
Wings.
and eating wings. So maybe there is a little bit of truth to that, but no. The reality is when God called me, I knew it was from Him, and I've never looked back, and I cannot imagine doing anything else in my life than full-time ministry.
Boom.
Oh, he's
So
With a
what
dunk of the
Chad
range.
did in order to counteract the no money is he found himself a sugar mama in order to support his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right?
Costco.
Hooking
They're
it up.
Right.
It all makes
Especially
sense
during
now.
this quarantine time.
Those
All right.
things are legit, and I guess maybe the question is, who's the smartest one of it? I'm definitely not the best looking, and I definitely don't dress the
Is
best.
he the smartest?
But
Really?
arguably,
Arguably.
We've got it on camera.
Who's
Maybe-
arguing?
Who's arguing that?
this guy.
So can you tell us why the heater keeps getting on up
Because
here?
the control downstairs is not the same temperature.
I'm gonna
Oh, really?
sweat not because of these wings, but because I have a heater blowing on me.
After
this
we
summer.
get through meeting, you can talk to Ed and he'll tell you how wrong you are.
Okay.
Okay. There you have it.
Arguably. Because he's been up here working on it.
Hey kids.
All right, well, back to, I guess, our question. So the question for me is, why did I become a pastor? And you guys really are the answer. I was so passionate about what God had done in my life as a teenager using camps and different ministries that for me it was a very clear calling to student ministry. I love you guys. You guys matter and are in such an important time of your life. And so just want to take this opportunity, as we talked about a youth group yesterday, as we record this on Thursday, to taste and see Jesus and how good he is, and then to point others to that. So speaking of tasting and seeing Jesus, maybe after these wings I will. So here is this hot one. And Pastor Jackie, next question for you. Why did you become a pastor?
So, are you a pastor or a junior pastor? Is a youth pastor a pastor or a junior pastor? No,
Fair
I'm kidding.
enough.
Real work there. Yeah, I was called to pastor shortly after I graduated from high school. Was at a camp as a youth pastor, volunteering kind of in that role. And God called me to ministry. And my big complaint or big reason why I wouldn't be able to do that is I think God could use me, and God used a verse out of Romans that says, "He that doubteth is damned if he eats, and whatsoever is not of faith is sin." And so I realized that doubting whether God could use me or not was really more doubting not myself but God. And so I took the plunge, and so maybe that verse applies to "He that doubteth is damned if he eats." So I'm going to try to eat this. You guys don't seem to be sweating at all, so
No.
No, this isn't
good.
anything
It's
for
not
y'all.
too hot.
All right, so we're gonna ratchet it up a little bit. I'm all right, I promise. I don't need the milk. I'm good. But here's the thing: we're gonna ratchet it up. We went and we're gonna finish this off. We've got 10 blazing wings. We're going all in on this. The next question that we're asking, we'll go a couple rounds with these blazing wings.
oh,
I really can't even talk with this almost. And we're just getting started. The question that we have right now, we're gonna start with you, Andrew, is how are you dealing with this quarantine? Is it Netflix? Is it YouTube? What are you doing? What is your hack for dealing with this some sort of sense of quarantine?
I get so my wife and I have been trying to
It's
find
kinda hot.
shows.
It's coming.
I would say 90% of what on Netflix is trash. So we're going from Netflix to Amazon to something. We went through Tiger King, and goodness, there is nothing good on right now. So we're trying to find a show. HGTV is not even new stuff right now. When you
really
get
encouraging.
old.
It's really encouraging.
I'm just saying.
There's nothing to do at home.
Exactly. So read your Bible more than watch
Oh,
Netflix.
really?
Okay.
I
So
haven't
what
reached-
chapter are you on?
I
in
haven't
the book?
reached my quiet time.
You got through Leviticus
Man,
yet?
some Jesus,
Hey, I've been,
some
I've
Jesus
been
jukes
making
going on
some-
here this
there
morning.
we go. But I have, as far as an entertainment game, is I found a game I finally like on Apple Arcade that has literally been a little addicting on my iPhone. So it's called like Grindstone. Check it out. You get to like this little strategy game. It's pretty fantastic. So that's been more entertaining than all of Netflix for me.
No, this is going to be more intense.
This is gonna be great.
That's gonna be
So I'm
very
waiting for
entertaining.
the entertainment value.
You know,
I'm
if
just
I
waiting
was
for your
sitting at
eyes
home,
to tell
I
the
would be
story.
watching this over anything else that's out there on Netflix. I mean, if Tiger King could become like the #1 rated show, how is this not like a hit? I mean, we should probably do this weekly.
It might be a thing. Andrew's face doesn't tell me he's doing it weekly.
I think
A little
It
too much for
honestly
you?
hasn't hit yet,
it's going to.
but it's coming.
Nobody's going to want to be quarantined
feel
with
it.
us after this, so that's awesome. All right, Pastor Chad, same thing for you. How are you beating or dealing with this quarantine?
So I'm not a big Netflix, Amazon guy. I watch a little bit. But right now, I broke out Madden. I'm not historically been a
He's
a
big
gamer.
Hey,
PS4. I mean, I usually
A
make fun of everyone
gamer.
that's living in their parents'
did you
basement.
say PS3?
I said PS4.
Oh, okay.
Listen up, Q-tips, man. So I'm breaking out the PS4. So I have a 12-year-old, and so Caleb and I,
He kills you
as
in
a
that game.
huge Cardinals fan, that's about the only game I can actually beat my son in is Madden. So I got to get the wins where I can. But I can officially
But you're
say
fast for a big guy.
I am fast for a big
So
guy.
you
But
should
here's the
make-
thing:
go on a race or something.
the
with it.
Cardinals have disappointed me at this point in human history. But in Madden, the Cardinals have won the Super Bowl. Just so you know, K1 league MVP, and I'm predicting with DeAndre Hopkins this year, the Cardinals have a chance to be really, really good, and hopefully we can get to the Super Bowl because football needs to happen.
Whoa!
this year.
I don't even know if there's
The
going to be a
Super
Super Bowl this
Bowl?
year. I'm
Here
giving that
first.
2 years.
How about a
Playoffs
winning-
this year?
Season.
All right.
Your eyes are watering.
He's looking okay.
I can't.
Go ahead and rub your
I
eyes.
can't
Just rub your eyes
my
a little bit.
That's what napkins for.
This is better than I expected. All right, so for me,
steam's coming.
as if my life wasn't interesting enough, we got a dog, which I'm just going to be really honest with you. Dogs are cool and all. It's worse than having another child. I
it's
firmly
terrible.
believe that. So that's great. I chase the dog around wondering if it's going to pee or poop in the house at any moment. So today we are at P3 in the house. So, and it is 11:45. So that's going well. And then, a little Tiger King, little of the good stuff, Hulu, Netflix, Amazon. Not big into Netflix, really. More into Hulu at this moment. So, all right, here we go. Blazing Wing.
Hadn't hit chat.
That's
yet.
good.
No, that's good.
I don't think grown men should cry. Just throwing it out there. So, I don't know what Andrew's doing over here, but I just don't think grown men should cry.
Our outfit's on fire.
He's been reading his Bible and he's really he's going
I
through
was just thinking
Lamentations
about,
right now.
I was thinking about the verse that I read this morning.
In
And
Lamentations.
have been just reflected on it ever since.
All
Getting a little
Pastor
dusty
Jackie,
in here for some of us.
same question for you. How are you
Shucks, there was a
dealing
small
with
one
this?
there.
Oh, come on.
Hey, it's
Get
just
a
what
real one.
you can't double dip in a COVID culture. That would be wrong.
You gotta be too sweet up
So
for it.
contrary to Andrew, I'm not like opposed to everything on Netflix and Hulu and whatever. So I've actually went during this quarantine over to Hulu and Netflix because I was on Dish and I hate Dish. I hate Dish. Me and Dish have had lots of arguments on the phone.
Well, I hate dishes. I don't ever wash them.
Right, it doesn't surprise me. You don't eat
Our
leftovers
dad
either.
joke
That's true.
video is coming later,
You
but
don't eat leftovers
Chad's not
either.
invited.
So my kind of morbid sense of curiosity is I've been watching all of the end time doomsday movies on streaming. I've watched Contagion and you are crying. Contagion and
Just wait, you're not even there
Outbreak,
yet.
And you took a
World
sissy.
War Z. So I've
right
just
over
been
there?
watching the.
Hey,
good.
Hey, at the end of the day, your man card is more online than any of us because you're the ones that have to deal with all these students and the backlash
They're gonna make fun of
ultimately.
you.
Because you spend plenty of time with them. So if
We
you're
have,
crying
like,
on
a
video,
30
man, if you see Tyler cry, you have my permission to make fun of him, mercilessly make fun of him.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta lean into it. I cried at the end of Toy Story 3. What are you gonna do? You're just
Toy Story
Toy
3?
Story 3?
Yeah. When
What?
they're all about to die.
I mean,
That's not hot at all.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you're just
Wait,
getting started.
Wait,
it's good.
All right, so we got one more round before
go.
we'll wrap it up.
take that one.
I'm better now. I'm better. I don't need milk. All right, Andrew, next wing. Here's the question. And this is debatable. All right, everything is debatable. Everything might be teachable, but everything is also debatable. So here's the question. Greatest sports franchise of all time.
Oh, this is so easy.
Of all time?
Of all time.
Well, it's not even a question.
Why?
It's certainly not the Cardinals.
Well,
I don't. Can we do another question? I don't care. Like,
Yes, you do. You're a huge sports fan. Just because your
So here's
team
what I would say.
can't even be
But
in any
that-
category.
the team
Hey.
that I want to be the greatest of all time
Yeah, the
is
greatest that
not
is.
the greatest of all time.
I
and that's
can't wait for
my
you guys
beloved
to
Cardinals.
come onto my side. You're going to tell me my teams.
I can't say this
Your
out
teams?
loud.
Yeah, I've got.
You mean all the ones you've adopted because you're a bandwagon fan?
Yes.
Come on,
Bandwagon
greatest.
fan?
Great. I'm a free agent fan, not a bandwagon. I've told you that.
See, all of them. I can't say that, and you gotta talk about.
We can narrow it
what
down to
league.
maybe a decade.
So here's the
Would
thing.
that help? A decade.
Well, here's what I would say.
what
that
league
maybe,
are
How
you
about a league?
Any-
maybe you say like the
Let's
greatest
go with
franchise
baseball.
of every sport.
We've got enough wings here to go around. For,
So I would say you need to
Leagues.
maybe say the greatest franchise of each sport.
that's what
Because-
that
Okay,
league
yeah.
is.
there we go. Franchise in each
Well, there's
sport.
American
You can
League,
pick.
National League.
We'll do it like this.
Come on now.
Franchise in each sport. You pick the sport.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I will gladly do that.
Hockey?
NFL. The New England Patriots.
No argument
Greater
there.
franchise than the freaking Dallas Cowboys. So there you go.
Wow.
Why did you have to cuss?
I said freaking.
Slang
Wow.
for. I get on to my kids for doing that.
Well, it's just because the anger got
Why don't
me
you
as
just
a Cowboy
apologize?
fan. I apologize that I've said that, but I don't apologize that I don't like the Cowboys because they're a terrible franchise. They're just not nice. So New England
They're not
Patriots over the Cowboys. They're
They're not nice.
That what
Yeah,
makes
terrible.
that's what makes them a terrible franchise. They're not nice.
well.
They
There's
don't
a lot
play
of not nice
fair.
things I could say about them.
Did they hurt your feelings?
But
So you're going with the cheaters.
I'm going with
the
the
Patriots.
I'm going with the best ever, allegedly,
Recently, best.
fair enough.
and have the most Super Bowls. They have more
That's
Super
something
Bowls than the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys got
Well,
5.
yes, I'm not
Patriots got
comparing them
6.
that. I'm comparing them to the Steelers
Who also have
and
The 49ers.
the 49ers.
6. 49ers have 5.
Okay.
So, in
So
that
you can't say
logic-
they have more than everybody else.
They do.
They have 6,
Yes.
and everybody else has 5.
The Patriots
think
have
this-
more chips than any other franchise in NFL.
Do the Steelers have 6?
Still only have.
Fact checked it.
Yeah, let us
fact check
know.
it.
Okay. We can back
All
up
right,
right now.
Chad, for you, you pick the
They
league.
went with
the
Terry
sport.
Bradshaw though. You haven't eaten your wing.
Hey, keep
Yeah,
going.
what?
I'm just
No,
Wait, yeah.
that's the rules.
So, I'm going to go the NBA, and I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to go a little bit of a hybrid.
You can't stop. You can't
Because-
start until he eats his wing.
Okay. Hurry up, man. These are good.
This is the rules of the game.
Is that
like free
crickets?
lunch.
Do I hear
I'm looking
crickets?
it. I'm looking it up.
Well, we're waiting.
Go ahead.
It's free
Eat
lunch.
your wing.
So here's what I would say.
6.
I'm going to go to the NBA.
The Steelers have 6. So you can't say that the Patriots are automatically the best.
But here's what I say. As a Cardinals fan, I can't stand the Steelers. And I do think
I agree
the
with
New
that.
England Patriots in the NFL have the best franchise
Currently.
in my lifetime, which that's at the end of the day, that's all I really care about. I don't care what happened back when the dinosaurs walked in the 1952 over here. I care about today. So when we get to baseball, I realize there's going to be somebody who's going to throw a thing. You know, baseball when there was like 5 teams in the league. I'm talking like let's
Hey,
talk
you don't need to
modern
Google
history.
that anymore. We got the answer.
So
Just
here's what
ahead
I'm
and
going to
eat your
go.
wing.
I'm going to go the NBA.
I am actually eating
And
a
I'm gonna
real
go
wing,
in my
not like
lifetime.
the tiny little left.
Go ahead.
Well, there's
my
real
cat-
wings left.
There, go ahead.
The NBA.
We're waiting.
My lifetime, the Chicago Bulls, and more specifically, the Jordan era, the best basketball era of
Well,
ever.
thank you for being specific about that because they were so good during the non-Jordan era. I mean, they were really
I mean,
great
since they've been
before and
great.
after
Right.
Jordan.
But they still had 6 championships in my lifetime.
Exactly, but you
In
didn't
my
have
lifetime.
to specify
My
in the
lifetime.
Jordan era.
My lifetime.
Nobody says, "Oh, the '55 Bulls were
I'm
great."
saying what I'm saying is the Jordan era is not only the era that I grew up in, it's also the greatest era of NBA basketball, in my opinion.
Wrong.
Okay.
Barkley should have won one.
The original Dream Team, just saying. Win?
The greatest era in NBA basketball was when the Lakers and Celtics were playing each other, and there was real competition in the finals.
You mean when there's only 2 teams in the league and they were stacked?
Well, there was only one when the Bulls were winning it.
Ah.
They won 6.
Are the Bulls the original super
Celtics and the Lakers traded off championships because they were equally balanced.
Outside of a few
Houston won, too.
transactions, the Bulls were pretty organic in the sense of the Bulls drafted Jordan. The Bulls technically didn't draft Pippen, but got him early on in his career before he became a superstar. And then they added faces. Now they brought in Rodman, but outside of Rodman, what free agent did they bring
Your
in?
nose is starting to run.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To show age,
I see snot on your face.
I was like 5.
You wanna
Tyler
watch it for
was
me, Dad?
barely
You wanna watch it for me,
I just
Dad?
know
Hey,
you're
Dad.
trying not
well
to
into
let
their
this wing get
30s.
to you. But
This is good. I'm
Yeah,
good to go.
we're just getting started. I mean, we could have got
So
more.
Chicago Bulls, and you know what? Going back to that original question, I am going to be watching that documentary on The Last Dance. That is something I will be watching during this quarantine season.
okay, good.
That's good stuff. I'm going to stick, I think, with the NBA, and I'm going to go take this a step further. We're answering
Can't imagine a team
franchises.
like the Bulls.
The Bulls are there. The Bulls are there. I'm going to argue that I think the Lakers are up there. All right.
Could
For
you
best
leave
franchise.
right now?
I mean, I
despise
could.
the
The
Lakers.
best
If you're
thing
talking
about
about-
this
and I'm gonna
quarantine
continue
is
this
that the
thing.
Lakers aren't going to win the
Okay,
championship
here's the thing is-
because there's not going to be one.
I will say the Lakers, even though I can't stand them as a Suns fan. So full disclosure, Phoenix Sun fan, beat LA and everything. So I can't stand it. But if I'm being intellectually honest, I would make the argument that if you're
He is
talking,
the smartest one of us all.
I am being
Well,
so-
that's
so-
why he can be
so-
honest intellectually because he can spell
But I'm
it.
trying not to be biased. But I would say that if you're talking an NBA franchise, decade over decade over decade, the Lakers keep winning chips. And it's not
And
just
for you guys
in
that
the
don't know what a
Bulls era.
chip is, that's a championship. It's his cool, hip way of saying championship.
Yeah, and I'll take it a step further, and we can check numbers on this too, Andrew. I mean, maybe that's your role here. I'm gonna pick LeBron over Jordan.
What? You're delusional, dude.
Hold it.
Okay.
Why are we talking this? I thought we were talking teams.
I'm taking it a step further. We're gonna say rebounds. We're gonna say assists. We're saying points. He's not retired yet.
We had this conversation yesterday. John Havlicek, Larry Bird, Danny Ainge,
No.
three of the greatest players of all time.
So here's the thing: if I was creating a basketball player on a computer, I would create LeBron James. But the
That's
difference
weird.
is,
I don't know why you would say it. That's just
but okay,
We're man crush.
person.
dude, I'm getting into video games a little bit right now. You can create your own player.
He's
So
a
if I'm
gamer.
creating an NBA player, the dude's 6'8", runs like a train, can't be guard. You can guard 1 through 5. I mean, just a physical specimen. God created this man.
If he
that
could
was a-
shoot like Jordan, I would say yes.
But I would say that the difference between LeBron and Jordan is he doesn't. Unfortunately, LeBron doesn't have the killer instinct. I would say Kobe was more Jordan than LeBron would ever be. LeBron was more Magic. Sort of compare some eras, but at the end of the day,
I hope
It
your
goes back
kids
to
like
chips.
sports because we're spending a lot of time on this.
well, if
We
we're bringing
are.
us around and we're not talking about sports, then that's what we spend most of our time talking about.
All right.
And Tyler prepped me for this and said I was going to have to talk about the last time I pooped my pants. So,
I mean, yeah. It might
Wow.
be now after this conversation.
Yes.
All right. Next one, Pastor Jackie, this is you. And I already know this answer. This is the greatest franchise, and you picked the sport.
Great. You already know the answer. Oh yeah,
I know what you're
it's
gonna say.
baseball. And by the way, I kind of did a little sleight of hand last time with you.
exactly. You took the.
I took that, put it there, brought it up here, and won the game.
It's on the video.
All right. So, yeah, this isn't even close. This is the greatest franchise, and it can go over every other sports team, league, and the numbers back it up. All you have to say is 27. That's all you got to say. 27.
And all
New
I
York-
gotta say before he
No,
says it is
no.
2001.
27.
What happened in 2001?
Yeah, you
What
got
happened in
lucky.
2001?
You got lucky. They were reeling from 9/11. They had just blown the buildings up
Dude,
in their town.
If our
Come on, give them
reliever,
a little
if our
break.
reliever didn't blow 2 games, we would have swept you.
Well,
We would have swept
clearly,
you. I mean, the dominance of that 2000. I mean, the best 1-2
the
punch.
terrorists were attacking them. They
the
couldn't.
best
Like, they,
1-2 punch in baseball postseason history.
so can I get my team
Randy
out?
Johnson. We
Can I
already know
get
what
my
you're going to
team
say.
out?
We already know what you're going to say.
I don't know if they know, though.
The New York Yankees, the Bronx Bombers. I was there in February. No, I did not bring coronavirus back here, but I was there in February. I stood on the hollow ground of where the old Yankee Stadium was. My wife was with me. I had a tear in my eye, kind of like Andrew does right now.
Because I actually ate the wing.
And listen to the
I'm like
Ghost
the liar
and Mantle
over
and
there.
Maris and Ruth and all of the
Ghost?
greats.
Ghost?
Oh, Dent, Jeter, Rodriguez.
What kind of theology we teaching you guys?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Rodriguez? I mean, could you even, like,
A-Rod.
can you say that with a straight
Fallen
face?
Angels, not
Yeah, he's my
crazy
least
Rowan.
favorite Yankee. He's
Cheater?
my
What?
least favorite Yankee. I'll give you
What?
that.
Cheater?
Jeter. Did you say Jeter?
I said cheater.
Jeter, the greatest shortstop
We
to
are-
ever
we-
play the
Honus
game,
Wagner.
the greatest baseball player
So
in the
fact check
history
it.
of the
Honus
game.
Wagner. Honus
So
Wagner,
for
greatest
him,
shortstop
I need him.
ever. Beats him in every statistical category. Just saying.
What did you say? You didn't like the dinosaur days?
But exactly.
Okay.
So I'm sticking to, in my lifetime, I would say Cal Ripken. If
And
you go in my
again,
lifetime.
just to emphasize,
Just because I'm not going to give the
when we
Yankees
say
any credence.
lifetime, their lifetimes are much longer than mine and Tyler's.
There's a lot more to compare to
like
that. That's fair.
triple the lifetimes over on that.
Well,
side
you guys
over
are still
there.
like on training wheels and stuff when you ride your bikes. So
Hey,
I get it.
that pile's a little hotter than that pile.
Huh. And you still had one that was this big. Yeah.
It's still inside of me.
Here's how we're gonna finish, and this can be a quick round. We'll start with you, Andrew. You could take any wing you want. We got a few hot, we got a little blazing. I know
He's going
barbecue's
barbecue.
more your style, but here's where we're going. If you could be any character from TV show, movie, you name it, who are you going to be?
Down with this.
Any
man, that's a
character
question. That's a
from
good
any
question.
TV show. Oh, I got this.
Oh, here you
Blue's
go.
Clues?
We're talking about. So you're talking about cartoon anything,
You named
right?
Pee Wee Herman?
No. Now I do love superhero genres, but I would
You just
say
got a letter.
he is the ultimate. And some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. I don't think any of them will, but it is clearly because he could kill Superman in no time.
Ooh, that's
is
whole milk.
Goku from Dragon Ball franchise.
Who?
Goku.
What is that?
Exactly.
Okay,
You
just
don't
eat
know
a wing.
anything.
Let's
Did you just
next.
say that out
Hey,
loud?
You really went
Students.
barbecue.
Did you know this is recorded,
Drop
right?
me. You know who Goku is. You know
Dude.
Super Saiyan Blue's going on.
I have
you know what's
no
up.
idea what he's talking about. Tyler, what is he talking about?
Hey, this
I'm
is
not-
for
oh,
students,
oh,
not
listen-
children. You know that, right?
Yes.
This is not Cassidy's video. This is Tyler's video.
Dragon Ball Z is not for little kids.
What?
Yeah, let us know. Do
Okay.
you know Goku? Who is this? We'll figure it out.
Never
All
heard
right,
of him.
Dragon Ball
Pastor
Z.
Chad,
Dragon
this
Ball
one's
Super.
you. Movie, television show, you name it. Who's your character? Who are you going to be?
Rambo.
Dude, Rambo was a good one. Dude, John J. Rambo.
And
For those of
these
you kids at
times-
home, because you're probably a little bit younger than me, don't watch the last one. That's not truly Rambo. If you go back to the '80s classics, man, Rambo is where it was at. But you know what's
I
better
will.
than
Catch up to
Rambo?
the rest of us.
This is
Because he
late.
brought it up. Is Rocky,
Oh.
man. Rocky Balboa. And I'm just going to say one thing. And just because he brought it up, because I really didn't know the answer, but I'm going to go with Rocky. Yo, Adrian, this is for you.
All right,
Those kids don't
take
even
your
know what that
wing.
means.
You name it.
You're
hot?
if
Google it.
you're Rocky
Hey, Google it.
Balboa, you're
Oh,
going hot.
Dude, I'll go hot. But I will say
That's
that
okay, you can go
if
hot.
I'm
Hot
eating
and
more of
blazing
them,
are totally
I
different.
actually
Hot
think
wasn't bad.
that the regular fire has a better flavor than the blazing fire if I'm just eating it to enjoy it.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
hey, food critic, man.
Intellectually, that makes sense.
He's the most honest.
Thank
intellectually,
you.
So
I thought Bardot or whatever died, but you're still here giving us food critics. Anthony.
this is
Bourdain. I
I'm like, are
He's
you
dead.
quoting a French
Whoever
word?
it is, I
What
know
are
who
you
you're
talking
talking
about?
know. Well, I'm not the
he's
smart
been doing
one.
some reading. All right, here we go. This is absolutely the greatest movie of all time, and there's about to be another one. It's getting pushed back, but it's going to happen. You pick any movie character from any movie. Just go ahead and call me Maverick. It's going to be Top Gun.
Ooh, you're Tom Cruise.
I'm going for it. In real life, I'd be happy to be Tom
I mean, in
Cruise.
real life, the
Tom
dude's a
Cruise
little
does
bit
not
crazy,
age.
but I will
I
say,
think he got out of Scientology.
I'm feeling the need.
did he?
though.
Yeah,
For
but I
speed?
don't know.
The need
He's
for
been like,
speed.
I'm pretty sure he's been like 35 for the last like 20 years. So something.
And you've been 12 for the last 20 years. So.
pretty close. Not too far off.
Bam!
Wow.
That
Wow.
was, you walked right
Tyler
into
made
that.
up for anything he's done at this point.
good.
He just
I
made it
can
up.
cry now because it was a joke. All right. I got to eat my wing.
You have to eat a blazing wing. Cause
I did eat a one.
No, you got to eat another one.
Another one? All
Yeah,
right, I ain't
because
afraid.
everyone else did.
Well, okay, you're taking it away from me.
Isn't this hot?
That's
No, you want me to get this one?
Is this blazing?
This
no,
one, I
you're
think
right.
you
You're
said.
right.
Yes. Come on
This
now.
one.
See, you guys are demonstrating my intellectual superiority over you guys.
How's that?
Because you guys don't even know
Because
which
we
box is
can't
which.
read. So I'm going Tom Cruise also, but a different movie.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Got
come
some
on.
Tom
Few
Cruise
Good
man
Men.
crushes out here.
Ooh.
You can't handle the truth.
You need me on my own. I love that movie. There's two movies that if they're playing, I don't care how many times I've watched them. If I walk through the house and it's on TBS or TNT or whatever, I stop, I watch. One is Tombstone. Say when. Say when.
When?
Okay. You know that?
When? I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one that people actually can recognize.
I love that movie.
Hey kids, these movies came out before you were born.
They're in
Yeah.
black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what?
And
If
the
you-
other is A Few Good Men. And come on, man, Tom Cruise. He just brings it in that flick.
But if you're going to
And
greatest
people
movie
say
of all
I
time-
look like him a lot of times. I
Nobody
get
has
that
ever said
comparison.
Nobody ever said
So,
that. But if I would say that if you're going to go greatest movie of all time, it's got to be Gladiator. Russell Crowe, Academy Award,
Greatest
man.
movie of all time.
You already
Greatest movie
had
of all
your
time.
turn.
Greatest movie of all time, Gladiator.
Pretty bold.
All right, that's it. That's a wrap. This has been the Hot Wing Hot Seat. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys for round 2, not of Hot Wing Hot Seat, but of Dad Jokes.